Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. You are the leader of your household. And that's very important to understand. Now, y'all know I'm not big on like that alpha, beta, and all of that stuff. And the main reason why, is because if you have a household, if you trying to be married, which a lot of y'all trying to be married, or else y'all wouldn't care about that whole how many men the woman has been with, y'all wouldn't care about it. Well, and that's okay. But if you trying to be if you trying to be married, you trying to have that one woman, you trying to leave a legacy, you are the leader. You are the leader of that household. And what I mean by leader, I don't mean you trying to be you a dictator or something and the woman just is like a slave to you in there or anything like that. But as a leader, you see the direction that the family is going in. You're looking ahead. If we're talking about the house of the man, you are that eagle. You see what's going on. You figure out how to solve problems and everything, But whatever the case, you're not a beta. You're not letting some other man lead your household. Or you're not a sigma. You're not all alone if you got someone in that household. You are the leader of that household. I mean, if you're going to use one of those terms, you're the alpha of that household. And I've said that several times before. Every single man is an alpha if he has a household. He's running his household. Even if he's single, he is the leader of that household. If he's single, he's not going by, if he got his own spot, he ain't going by what somebody else say or do. If he has his own spot. Now, maybe if he got to deal with, family or he living in somebody else's spot, yeah, that might be an issue. But then that's why I have said in the past, every single man needs to have his own place. He need to work on having his own place so he's not dealing with those issues. And once he has those own places, he is the leader. And then if you bring a woman into that place, she can have her say and everything. She got her things that she's doing, but you're still the leader. I want you to think about that. And especially if you have children, they need to look up to their father. He needs to decide how things are going to go, where they're going to go to school, how they're going to behave and everything. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. Forget all that other stuff, alpha, beta, and all of that. Let's put it like this, you're the alpha of that household. And that's very important. That's very important because, trust me, there's a lot of young people out here, they didn't have like their father to really tell them about life. Indeed, even in the comments, every now and then I get somebody and say, hey, you telling me some stuff my father didn't tell me. I'm a father figure to some people, too many young men, some young women too. Nah, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. First of all, if you have a wife, as a husband, you're supposed to be a protector, provider, but also a leader. And like I said, you ain't a dictator, but a leader that's seeing ahead, that's seeing the problems, that's figuring out how to solve those problems. Because trust me, something with women, they look to that man to lead. Because there are many women, they won't deal with that man if he don't show he can lead. And I don't care who the woman is. It could be one of those women who want to take charge. I still never forget it. I mentioned this woman a couple times. She was that type of woman who was known for jumping on a man's case for something. But she got married because she said her husband would tell her to zip it, and she would zip it. She wanted that exactly. But as a man, you got to be able to take that. And as a man, as a leader, you also got to be responsible. Because if your children's acting a certain way, if you have a married with children and she running things and they just ignoring you, you got real problems there. You need to let them know from day one who's in charge, whose word is final. And trust me, there are plenty, despite all the talk about modern women, there are plenty of women who do that. All I'm saying is you don't have to be a dictator about it. A woman will follow naturally, the children will follow naturally, but you have to have that responsibility as a leader. As a leader, you have that household, you are responsible. You're responsible. Because if you don't take responsibility, things will fall apart. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. Things will fall apart. You don't want that in your household. You want order. You know, if we're talking about masculinity, one of the things that masculine men bring are order. You know, we bring that to the world. That's why if you look at the world history, you look at any society, it was always a group of men bringing order. It was always. And I don't care what anybody else say. I don't care, you know, even what some women say. Men bring order. That's just our nature. That's just our nature. So you bringing order in that household. You ain't just leading it. You're not just seeing what could happen, but you bringing order. It should be order in your environment, in your boundaries and everything. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. Now, if you shirk that responsibility or you don't want that responsibility, you're going to have problems. You are going to have problems. And you don't want those problems. As a man, you want order in your environment. You want it. You want a woman who look up to you with psychological respect. You want children who will follow your lead. When you say, hey, you know, I don't want you wearing that or anything, yeah, there's going to be some rebellion, especially among the young girls. But if you stick to it, they're going to stick with it. In fact, if you're doing things right, they're not even going to rebel. And this is very important. This is very important. But it's very important you understand that you're not allowing another man to be the boss of your household, because you got some real problems if that's the case. You are not allowing that. Unfortunately, we got some men out there, you know, they letting another man or even another woman or even their woman are running everything. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. As a man, you want to be the man in whatever place you're living in. You want to be the leader in whatever place that you're living in. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. Even if you by yourself, if you by yourself, that's where it starts at. That's where it starts at. That's why I've said every man should have his own place. Every man, even if he's starting out that way, ain't nothing wrong with that. Because that's your spot, that's your space, that's your area. If you want to use that alpha beta thing, you are the alpha of that area. I don't care what you do for a living, what you do when you get out. When you in your space, you are the boss. If you tell people, hey, you can't wear shoes in here, they gotta listen. They gotta listen, all right? So anyway, right? I want y'all to think about that. I want you to be the leader of your household, all right? So that's all I have for right now. I want y'all to think about what I just talked about, all right? And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.